It's incredibly hard to keep focus in the modern world. There are so many different ways and things that distract us and divert our attention from something we're trying to focus on. I can't help but think about the floods and all this awful destruction in North Carolina and in Tennessee. And these waters are just ripping things up and separating people and separating things and leaving all this dirt and debris. And isn't that what sin does in our lives and in the world? It tears us apart, and it causes all this chaos. And it stands in great contrast to what John sees in his vision of heaven and the new creation in Revelation 4 and 5. And so we think about heaven, and it says, John says he looked through a door, and at the center of it all was the throne, and God was on the throne. And everything in heaven radiated out from the throne, and everybody was in worship around the throne. And so there was a focus. And there were the elders and the living creatures and then angels and then people from every tribe and race and nation. But it was all focused on the throne and worship. What John is telling us is worship. It's the air we breathe. It's who we are. It's what we do in the new creation. That's what John is setting up the vision of heaven as. And then John is telling us this now, because John says, as Christians, what we do is we practice for the new creation. And how do we keep worship at the center of it all? How do we focus ourselves on God? How does our worship focus on who God is and what God has done? So that our lives are caught up in that same momentum, that single-hearted focus, single-minded focus on the throne that radiates out to the ends of the earth. And we join with God, who is a mission-focused God, on reaching the ends of the earth with that single-focused story that we were made for worship.